Okay, I wanted to explain a little bit about a mahout and what that is. I assume it's M-A-H-O-U-T. I'm not sure. But basically, I almost think even if, maybe not if they're in a logging camp, but 100%. So each animal will have a mahout. So even if it was a logging elephant, there would be a mahout that is like its trainer. But so maybe it's the term for elephant watcher. But when an elephant goes to a sanctuary, there's no fences. Like these elephants, the whole beauty of it is they are designed to live a life as if they were intended to be. And so there's not chains and there's not any fencing to keep them in. So every single elephant spends a life with a mahout. And so these gentlemen literally give their life to just accompanying an elephant. And so it's kind of magical when you think about it, because like literally, so I go to the sanctuary yesterday that was just, it's mind-blowing. And I'm going to talk candidly on here. As we're pulling in, I see the first elephant, and I asked the driver, oh my God, can you please slow down? And Aaron goes, fuck, keep going to see a bunch of these motherfuckers. And I start dying laughing, like thinking, this isn't common for me to see elephants. And literally like 30 seconds later, here come two just walking down. I mean, they're everywhere. But, they're curious. They want to see what's going on. And it's just beautiful. Like, he's right. Like, they're everywhere. And there's only 10 on this property. And it's like a big property. But they just can explore and do what they want and come and go as they please. And so if you interest them, they come see you. And if they don't, they go about their business. But there's always a mahout with them for a lot of reasons, because again, they can't get off the property. They also have to monitor their health and safety. And so I guess the bowel movements of an elephant are extremely important. And so that way that they can see when they're going number 2 to make sure that they're getting rid of the proper waste and it looks the proper coloring. Same with their urine. Like there's all these different facets going into it. The mahout also is kind of like their babysitter, really, is if they're getting into stuff, they can redirect them. If there's a tour going on, that's how they're able to feed the elephants, is from the tours of people coming to visit the elephants. And so if they're getting near, because they are wild animals and they're not chained, so you have to then kind of steer them away, or it's, they're with them 24/7. And so I said, well, how do they sleep? Like, what's the deal? Well, so they actually showed us where the mahout stayed, and it's in the middle of the jungle. And like one of them had a little girl, and they said that she would be just a jungle baby. She will never go to school. She will always live in the jungle with her